Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira Brinton. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome. Welcome to Sacred Wandering, my love. I'm so happy you're here. Good morning. Let's begin today with the breath of love. But instead of breathing in love, we're going to breathe in miracles. And instead of breathing out fear, we're going to breathe out the energy of survival. The energy of survival is the opposite of miracles. And so if we want to live in the realm of miracles, we get to release the energy of survival. So we're going to breathe in the energy, the frequency, the light of miracles. And breathe out. All the survival. Breathing in miracles. And breathing out all survival. And do one more. Breathing in all the miracles. And all the survival leaves. This is a powerful practice to do to shift the frequency in the body and to clear out the inner magnets inside. We're going to call in all of our angels and all of our guides today that they will be with us and that they may open up the pathways for these miracles. I'm going to read to you. This is a message I got from God. This is when I was really stressed this summer. It was around July. And just expansion can get intense. And it was a very intense time for me. And God said to me, dig the ditches, prepare the way, do as I ask. God is never late. Now, if you don't know what dig your ditches means, dig your ditches is a phrase from Florence Scovel Shinn. And she talks about this biblical story where the wise men were crossing the desert and there was a drought. And they couldn't keep crossing because of this drought. And they went to the prophet Elijah and they said, please go to God and ask for rain. And Elijah said, dig the ditches deep and wide for a rain to come. And they're like, why would we dig ditches? There's been no rain. We need you to pray for rain. And the prophet said, if you prepare for the rain will come. And so they went and they dug these ditches deep and wide. And then it rained. So digging your ditches is preparing when it feels as though it is a drought, or maybe it is a drought. And you're thinking, why would I dig ditches? It's a drought. But when we prepare for the thing that we want, we are energetically showing God that we trust that what we're asking for will arrive. And I do love this phrase. I use it all the time. And so when God gave it to me at a time when I was feeling all this overwhelm and stress, it was the reminder, just dig your ditches, Keira. And so today, if there's been a miracle that you've been seeking, or maybe it feels as though all hope is lost. You can't see the other side of the mountain. The sun feels like it's not going to rise, wherever you may be. I hope that this message finds you, that you remember to dig your ditches, to prepare. What would you do to prepare for this miracle? Who would you need to become to receive this miracle? What are the things that you would say? What are the things that you would think? What are the actions you would take? Be that now. And as you are, you're digging your ditches and you will be prepared to receive the miracle. It seems to be the answer to my personal prayer this morning. So sometimes I love that God answers my prayers in real time on this podcast. So we're going to go into prayer together. And I invite you to pick up whatever is not serving you. I invite you to pick up whatever is holding you back. And you're just going to pick it up in the palms of your hands and you're going to put it into God. Whatever that thing is that's keeping this miracle at bay. And you're going to give it to God. We're going to ask that God will transfigure it and transform it to match the frequency of miracles. And then I'm going to ask that God will touch your cells, that your cells match the frequency of the version of you who already has those miracles. Does this make sense? I'm asking that God may prepare your cells to be the match to the version of you who already got the miracle. So I want you to breathe that in. And I want you to breathe that out. There we go. Now we're going to ask that God will place his hands on your head to give you a blessing, that you may receive the words that God has for you today. And I'm going to be quiet while you pray. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, allowing all these words to move into the cells of your body, allowing the words of God to breathe within you. Then we're going to open our palms. We're going to ask God to give us the most important action today. I'm going to be quiet while you receive. We're going to ask that our angels may walk with us today. I'm going to ask that your angels may hold you today, that any loneliness that you may be feeling may dissipate, and that you may feel the presence of those who walk with you. Any fear that you may be experiencing, that it may be alchemized into the deepest places of faith. And that today you may grab your shovel and you may walk out to the driest earth, that you may dig your ditches, even when there hasn't been a cloud in months. Do you dig your ditches knowing that as you dig them and prepare, the rainfall of miracles will arrive? And with that, my love, I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. If this episode moved or inspired you, I encourage you to share it. Think of someone who needs this message today and text it to them. Let's add more light to the world by welcoming people into our prayer corner together. I also want to invite you to create your own prayer corner at home, a space set apart where you can return again and again to hear God's voice. To support you, I've created the Sacred Space course, which guides you step by step in locating, creating, and dedicating your very own sacred space. You're also welcome into the Sacred Wandering Facebook group, where you can share the blessings that God is giving you and be uplifted by others walking this path. You can find both of these resources in the show notes, or just send me a DM on Instagram at Keira Brinton, and me or my team will send them directly to you. I want to thank you for being one of the rare humans who chooses to sit at the foot of God, to ask, listen, and do. And as always, I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me.